Welcome to Dominic Sports Picks, your winning edge. Hello and welcome, everyone. At Dominic Sports Picks, we are a team of seasoned analysts dedicated to providing you with the most insightful and data-driven MLB betting recommendations. Every day, we meticulously break down matchups, trends, and player performances to deliver top-tier picks, over/unders, player props, and parlays, helping you make smarter, more confident betting decisions. Our mission is simple: to combine expert analysis with a passion for the game, giving you the edge you need to succeed. Whether you're a seasoned bettor or just getting started, we're here to guide you with reliable, well-researched insights. Thank you for joining us. Let's make this season a winning one together. Welcome to Dominic Sports Picks. We're kicking off the week with a key AL East matchup between the Toronto Blue Jays and the Baltimore Orioles, who open a 4-game series this Monday. Here's a complete breakdown of our 3 picks for this exciting game. Pick 1, Toronto Blue Jays to win. Toronto arrives as one of the league's hottest teams, 8 wins in its last 10 games, and with a solid individual record from Chris Bassitt, 11-4, 3.88 ERA, as the starter this Monday. Bassitt has been unstoppable in July with a 4-0 record and a 2.39 ERA, dominating opponents with confidence and control. Meanwhile, Baltimore barely managed to string together its first winning streak since July 10, after sweeping the weak Rockies. But against competitive teams, the Orioles have struggled, with a 4-6 record since the All-Star break and 15.5 games behind Toronto. Although Zach Eflin gave them a good start against Toronto on opening day, the reality is different now. His 5.78 ERA makes him one of the most vulnerable starters in the rotation. Furthermore, the Blue Jays have a psychological and emotional advantage, having already beaten Eflin on March 30. Toronto is the stronger team today, even without Alejandro Kirk. Clear pick: Blue Jays win the game. Pick 2, totals over 8.5 runs. With 2 starters who historically allow contact, this game promises offense. Zach Eflin has a 5.78 ERA, and in 10 games against Toronto, he has received a cumulative ERA of 5.40. Although Chris Bassitt has had a good month, his record against Baltimore raises questions, 4.61 ERA in 9 outings. The Orioles have Tyler O'Neill on fire with a home run in 3 consecutive games, while Toronto has averaged 5.4 runs per game since the All-Star break. Furthermore, both teams' bullpens have shown weaknesses in close games. This context suggests a wide-open game, where both offenses should contribute. We're going with the 8.5 over. Pick 3, Zach Eflin under 4.5 strikeouts. Eflin has struggled to generate swings this year. His strikeout average is just 4.1, and in his last appearance, he only recorded 3 strikeouts in 5 innings. Toronto isn't a team that strikes out easily. They rank in the bottom half of the league in strikeouts. Additionally, interim manager Tony Mansolino could limit Eflin as a precaution, considering moves before the trade deadline. The bullpen is active, and Eflin hasn't shown the consistency to warrant long outings. Given his current trend and the conservative approach Baltimore could take, we see a very good chance Eflin won't exceed 4.5 strikeouts. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, activate notifications, and comment your predictions. See you in the next analysis with more accurate predictions to blow up the day. We continue once again here at Dominic Sports Picks. We move to the American League Central, where the Cleveland Guardians host the Colorado Rockies for the start of a 3-game series. Here's the full analysis with our 3 recommended picks for this highly valuable matchup. Let's go all out. Pick 1, Cleveland Guardians to win. After seeing their 4-game winning streak snap with a loss to the Royals, the Guardians have a golden opportunity to bounce back by facing the team with the worst record in MLB, the Rockies, 27-78. On the mound will be Slade Cecconi, 5-4, 3.76 ERA, who has been consistent in July, with 4 solid starts in a row and a 3.95 ERA since the All-Star break. In his last outing, he pitched 8.1 innings against Oakland and completely dominated. This pitcher has found his groove in 2025 and has the confidence and pace to lead this home win. On the other hand, Bradley Blaylock, 1-2, 8.67 ERA, is a great opportunity to attack. Although he's coming off a decent outing against St. Louis, his history of allowing a lot of runs puts him at a clear disadvantage against a Cleveland offense that needs to get going again. With the pressure to stay within the wildcard zone, and the urgency to capitalize on these winnable games, we're going with Cleveland to win this one without hesitation. Pick 2, totals under 9.5 runs. Although they're facing one of the worst rotations in baseball, the Guardians haven't been particularly explosive offensively. And with Cecconi dominating from the mound and facing a Colorado lineup that's averaging fewer than 3 runs per game in July, this matchup looks like a close one. Furthermore, Blaylock himself, despite his high cumulative ERA, has limited the damage in his last 2 starts with a 2.45 ERA over that span, albeit without being able to get many outs via strikeouts. Cleveland hasn't scored more than 5 runs in any of his last 3 games. With 2 slumping offenses and a home field pitcher who can control the pace, we see a solid line for the 9.5 run under. Pick 3, Bradley Blaylock under 2.5 strikeouts. This is a pick with a lot of statistical backing. Blaylock isn't a strikeout-dependent pitcher. In fact, he's only struck out 1 batter in his last 2 starts combined, reflecting his profile as a pitcher who works with contact and doesn't dominate with velocity. Furthermore, Cleveland isn't a team that strikes out frequently, they rank in the bottom third of the American League in strikeouts per game. If the Guardians can work long shifts and force early contact, Blaylock could be out before completing 5 innings without reaching 3 strikeouts. With his current trend, this pick has tremendous value. We're going with under 2.5 strikeouts for Blaylock. Don't forget to leave your like and comment. We continue with our latest MLB analysis today here at Dominic Sports Picks. This Monday, July 28th, we bring you an interesting duel between the Philadelphia Phillies and the Chicago White Sox, 2 teams with very different paths in this second half of the season. As always, we present the complete analysis with our 3 recommended picks. Let's break it down with these predictions. Pick 1, Philadelphia Phillies to win. The Phillies continue to show why they are one of the most solid teams in all of MLB. Although they are coming off a close loss to the Yankees, they have won 2 consecutive series and boast a deep offense, led by veterans like Nick Castellanos, JT Realmuto, and Kyle Schwarber, as well as young players like Otto Kemp who are responding. On the mound will be left-hander Christopher Sanchez, 9-2, 2.40 ERA, who is having a spectacular season. In July, Sanchez is 3-0 with a 1.19 ERA in 31 innings, including a complete game gem against Boston with 12 strikeouts and no walks. His command and control have been key. On the other hand, Davis Martin, 2-8, 3.89 ERA, hasn't won since May 14th and is returning from a forearm injury. While his ERA isn't bad, his command was erratic in his return, 4 walks and 4 runs in 5 innings versus the Rays. The Phillies should take advantage of that inconsistency. Clear pick, Philadelphia wins this game. Pick 2, totals over 7.5 runs. Although Sanchez is in great form, the White Sox have shown offensive sparks, with Andrew Benintendi hitting 2 home runs on Sunday. Chicago has scored at least 4 runs in 4 of its last 6 games, and while it's struggling with defensive errors, that also increases the chances of unearned runs. Philadelphia has scored 5 or more runs in 6 of its last 9 games, and with a pitcher like Martin still fine-tuning his mechanics, walks and early damage are very likely. The 7.5-run line is accessible given the offensive quality of both teams. We're going with the 7.5 run over. Pick 3, Christopher Sanchez over 5.5 strikeouts. This is one of the most valuable picks of the day. Sanchez is coming off a 12 strikeout against Boston and has surpassed 5.5 strikeouts in 3 of his last 4 outings. Not only does he have control, but he's attacking the zone with confidence and depth. The White Sox are a team that strikes out frequently. In fact, they've been dominated by several left-handers this season, and Sanchez has the perfect arsenal to maintain that pattern. If he stays in the game for at least 6 innings, as he has in his last 9 starts, he should easily reach 6 strikeouts or more. Philadelphia is still on fire, and this matchup is ideal for securing another win. Don't forget to subscribe, turn on notifications, and share your plays in the comments. Let's go all out this week. For today, our strongest pick is Cleveland Guardians TO win, backed by our previous analysis and statistical projections of the match. And our best parlay for today is Toronto Blue Jays to win and Toronto Blue Jays 2 over 8.5 total runs, also supported by our previous analysis and statistical fundamentals of the picks. My people, until tomorrow, blessings and good luck to all.